Hello, this is Lois back with Disco Elysium. The morning of day 5, very exciting. Oh, we might have some interesting things happening today. First thing on the list though is we're going to discover what's behind this blue door. Finally got the key from the window and we're ready to go in and explore. Cool. This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. I was splitting it in a different spot. Darn it, I missed it. Forgot they disappear. This pinball is white Diora. The black glass shows a female figure in mourning. All these mesmerizing machines just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Run your finger across the dust of the white Diora machine. Feels like it might jump back into life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman. What is white Diora?
Some kind of
Looks around
inane
thinking.
pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Sorry, I forgot to turn off my starting soon message again. My bad. The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines. How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some pinball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
He looks away. What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of those machines about now. Kim. Think. Kim Kitaragi. Kim Kitaragi. Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
What about the other one? The Franco-Nigerian pinball. Want to play that?
No.
Darn it. Encyclopedia so low. A note, NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Oh no, I missed the check. Ah, I forgot. That was a not from clicking on one of these. It was just a spontaneous conversation. $5 whole. Wow. Darn it, I should have just tried it. I didn't realize like a dummy. What about this? Elevator. The small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The lattice cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There's a control panel to your right and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10 July 88. This is the last maintenance, wasn't 88.
That it does.
Lieutenant peeks in.
I say, let's brave it.
Oh yeah, Kim. This elevator was last maintained in the future?
At the end of the last century.
He nods.
Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Alright, let's do it. Look at the elevator controls. There are large rectangular buttons. Monitor, descendre, and international. Call for and an international. Call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. Ooh. Whoa. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Interesting. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for the pinball machine. Futurism themed. Oh, jacket. Empathy. Wow, empathy. Well, the pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. So this is why they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up a long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf. Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot. A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means Whirling Rags was once the East Tilted Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
He makes a note in his notebook. But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls for making the connection. Does this mean the Whirling Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion.
Well, he looks around.
He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
It's not a ghost story, it's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counter spells. Oh, look at these footprints. What's this? There's a tiny hole in the wall. You can see a bedroom on the other side. That's kind of weird. Actually, you can clearly see the footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook. Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you. This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there in the dark of the workshop.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
What does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look then. Large prints most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. The sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. The prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
He points to the elevator doors in the corner, and he points to the barred door. This print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
He inspects the tracks closer. This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. Okay. The doomed hostel? The question yet to be totally answered is the Whirling Rags a part of the doomed commercial area? Talk to Guard about this. See what he thinks. Oh, we did get our reflection vest. And empathy and hand-eye coordination. That's pretty nice. This will go on our jacket slot. I like having it over because it gives us only pluses, which is nice. Don't think we have any minuses, right? Inland Empire bonus from thoughts. What about our fallen hat? Perception? Authority? Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. We do have another skill point, which is nice. And we're working on these. This is almost done. Only 5 minutes left, so we'll figure out what we have, what our thoughts have to say about the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside. So what's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Class about this route. See how she reacts.
Unbar the door. If we open it, what if she's out there on the balcony? Oh, I guess we're doing it. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Uh-oh. I haven't barred it though, at least. I smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Oh, we didn't surprise her, I guess. Am I ready to have this conversation? I guess we're doing it. Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. Oh, 97. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a maybell. The young woman looks at the maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Snap your finger pistols at him. Don't snap your finger pistols at all. Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols produce a satisfying snap. Strange for such a low-caliber finger gun to sound so clunky. The flower in your hand is impressed. So is Kim. That's not entirely true. The lieutenant is looking at the door to the east and mostly misses them. Cold coffee and an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Let's see what our flower has to say. Dried maybells. This is a wildflower you caught. One of the bouquet of muguets that you found on the whirling roof. It's shedding its petals quickly in your pocket. Okay. One thing I wanted to start doing is that if there's a word that I don't know what it is, I want to look it up. This is one of the thoughts I had originally when I wanted to play Disco Elysium. I was like, if there's ever a word I come across, we should look it up at what it means. So Guets. Lily of the Valley. Wait. Oh, it's a French word. Okay, I was very confused. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it just means lily of the valley. So one of the bouquet of many flowers. I see. Okay, I guess we're talking to Classy. Guess we're having this conversation.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other. Her hair is still slicked from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one. No time for pleasantries. We have questions for you. Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north, toward the yard.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There's something in her light brown eyes. It says sadness. When she thinks about the death of that man. You mentioned a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
It has. Disco Infernum. Hell, you know not of which you speak. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place. A third place. Much different from our world. No, I just trashed the place.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
She nods approvingly.
I am Kim Kitsuragi.
Lieutenant steps
I'm a
in.
detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. He's kind of a big deal around here.
Kim, I swear, I have no idea what she's talking about. I'm sad to say I've shifted my capo type since we last saw each other. So you hear that, Kim? I'm a huge deal around here.
Miss, I don't know what he's told you, but there are no superstars among police officers.
Of course there are. Look at him.
She looks at you.
He
No
is
respect to the lieutenant.
What brings the Phoenix back to me?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
He looks down at the yard.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette. Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you've been through something difficult. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
And where are you from?
Vredefort. Republic of Oranje.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
Bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
She squints her eyes as if to see them in the distance.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry if you do something wrong. Did you do something wrong?
Sooner or later, everyone does.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
She takes a drag. What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove. Oranese lit, what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show her some money.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
She looks back at the black note in your hand, being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
She smiles. It's the world's most tired smile. Mr. Renier, now there is something you should linger on. Wouldn't it be inappropriate to linger? What's Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that at first. She was 14 at the time. What is a beauty pageant?
It's a competition.
She takes a drag.
For stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
What is beauty?
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
So you're the most... So you're stupid and mediocre, so you're the most beautiful?
Yes. And for that, I got a crown and a sash and a scepter. And a scholarship to study Oranese lit.
You're 14?
Indeed.
Her voice is indifferent to the number. I disapprove of this, Captain. I don't think I've ever been 14.
Full disclosure, I was Miss Teen Oranje 37. The pageant was discontinued recently.
She raises her coffee cup as though making a toast. Could we take a look at your passport?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss. How do I know you told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss.
Look, officers.
She turns to face
I
you
like
both.
this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured
That's
servant
fair.
in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself more coffee. If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements. Okay.
The record. So official.
Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
You're in the whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. I'm winter.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling.
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed up disco has-beens go.
You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been. No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies.
I'm really not.
The door there. I
I
wanted to
went
ask her
How long
about
have you
the
been
other
about 4
locations.
months here in the Whirling.
Here in
I
Rivershaw.
always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
That door there, did you know it leads into a downstairs elevator?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
She takes a drag of her cigarette and smiles. There may be some more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now. There's people on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
The lieutenant points to her window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
There's a pause as she processes this information. A jade of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
I don't... Oh, actually, no. She's been staying here for a while, right? So it could be.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
There are tracks on the floor that are recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick suddenly. She feels like quarry encircled. Her eyes dart to the door. It's an old pinball workshop. The room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
She smiles. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
She flicks the ash from her cigarette absentmindedly. She lost in thought, eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette. Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkly and draped in smoke. What is this wildflower? She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
There's nothing extra here, right? I think.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, they tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult?
She raises her eyebrows.
I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
I mean, yeah, we should just get straight to the point, I guess. Have you been raped?
It's a bit early in the morning for raped.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered. And what does that mean? Were you?
I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him.
She draws the word out.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
So she searches for the word, then shrugs.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
I just asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands, warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life. Are you sure you weren't raped?
I'm 89% sure.
So you're not entirely sure?
You know how it is.
You may know. Do I? Actually, I don't. I may.
Maybe you don't.
She flicks a bit of ash away. The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off. There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. It's easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer. I'm gonna go with a mild to medium, not raped here.
Okay. I don't know what to say about this.
I'm sorry, miss, but we need a definite statement.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officers. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be this flippant if I had been?
You get the feeling she might be. What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Wait, partied? Where have I heard that before?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship, that's where you heard it. What kind of partying? Point to your bloated face. The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? Keep pointing to your face. I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
She takes a long drag.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
She takes a sip of her coffee.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Whoa. After so much drinking and drugs, how did they manage it? You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She taps on the roof with her 10-centimeter heel.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Must have been hard for you. Point to the yard, seeing him there.
Oh, yes.
She says bitterly.
I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot. The call reporting the hanging, that was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone.
She nods.
In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
She takes a drag, her voice thick with disgust. The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So she's Guard's mystery phone cutter, and in the process you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
She looks into her coffee. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever, crossing the lines like that. Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She manages to smile. Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Okay. What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing.
She thinks.
But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for Wild Pines. and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean, but I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods. Why was there a bullet in his head? How do the Hardy Boys know you? Let's ask about the bullet after.
They're frequent guests downstairs.
She looks at the floor.
They
It's
have a
tarred.
booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Okay. Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet?
There's a silence.
They shot him too?
Her brows meet in the middle for a pained frown.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired. Don't push her too much. Maybe we can come back to this conversation really quick.
I'm sorry, I
Okay,
can't.
she doesn't
I know
want to talk
it's
about this right now.
difficult, miss.
Okay.
We can...
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Lieutenant looks at you. I had something else before we go. A little thing. Volition. Ooh, she nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. I notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
She pours herself more coffee. Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that.
Lieutenant
What you
taps
need
his
is
notebook.
to ask normal police questions, like...
He waits for you to finish the sentence. Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here. Quick, say something professional. Okay.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Okay, let's return to this later. So we can do volition.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay. Alright, so we need to
Dumpty-Dum Center.
check volition after this.
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Encyclopedia passives gives 10 XP and 2 real. -2 suggestion though. Well, we're never gonna get it, so we could just dump that, I think. Bonus from thoughts. It's pretty bad. Alright, we can dump this. Forget. Indirect modes of taxation. Finger pistols. Oh, that makes our savoir faire go down. Empathy, cold-blooded. Okay, let's not activate these right now. Just because, I don't want these to impede our conversation with, Classier. So we can ask about this when Kim's not here. Question Classier about the dead man. Ask a little later in the day, so we can come back to her. And then we can talk to the Hardy Boys about what she said. Okay, so let's check Volition. Oh, Kim has something to say. Sorry, Kim. Let me change my clothes really quick. Volition. +1 Volition. Rhetoric. A spirit of core shivers. Let's see. Our perception's pretty high, so we can take a minus. Let's talk to Kim.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys.
His
Half
voice
their
is lowered.
reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off.
You think so?
A shadow runs across
She
his
seems
face.
forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things.
Yeah.
The best liars are
Half-truths.
always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay. Let's check with Volition. Might as well take some speed. Drugs.
Officer,
58.
what brings you up here in the rain?
Alright, 58. She looks back, time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry, we'll protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Aranya Disco Dancer, you want to put your hand on her back and feel it arc. What is happening? Nothing, just time passing, don't worry. You are not a fool. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting. Am I being beguiled? She presses her elbows against her waist and slowly turns her head. Her hair brushes her shoulders, making a small hissing sound almost imperceptible over your eyes. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds. Okay, that's kind of important. I don't know if we need to do that right now, because we're gonna come back to it. We only have 1 skill point, so damage. Wait, damage? Hold on a minute. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh no. Oh. Wait, does that damage anything else? Keep your morale up. Oh, I didn't know that. Frig, no wonder it was only 58%. Holy crap. Dude. Okay, well. Frick, now I want to do this and, like, heal ourselves and then... Oh, man, that's frustrating. Actually, I think it's worth to do it right now because I already took the speed. So I might as well... So let's heal our morale all the way. 1 more there. And then put a point in volition. Okay. Definitely worth the redo. Now that we're healed up all the way. Yeah, we totally should have passed this earlier.
In the rain?
Soft. Wow, we only rolled a 4. Soft light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. What? You know these guys? Who, me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little beeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore. OMG. Believe it. Which ones exactly are affected? There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them. Yes, man, I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No effing way, man. I just want to drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness, protector, she wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad, but the next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a born condom. He's jealous. This is human nature. How did this happen? How it always does. Through subtlety. What can I do? There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do. Can't you turn them normal again? No. What use is this then? It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not? Does this mean she's lying to me? I think it's safe to assume yes. Her thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were here, I suspect there would be paeans? Paeans? Paeans to her truthfulness, like this. What is paeans? Let's see. Definition. Paean. A sound of praise or triumph. Okay. Paeans to her truthfulness. Like this. No? He's not going to show up? I'm sorry. Your lie detection isn't working. It's not her doing. He's just totally inept. It looks like you're also an idiot, but that's not her fault. No, not an idiot. You're just a more sensitive type. Thinks with his heart. The woman's pain draws you in. What's her plan? You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have have a past she's escaping unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See, it's oddly moderate, probably compromised. I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it. Don't worry, if it's only been 4 or 5 seconds, you got this. Just close your eyes and let them... Miss, are you manipulating me? The sense is broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Okay. What was the
Not my
logic
favorite
check we
topic,
wanted to pass, I think?
But okay.
Was it the
They're
Hardy
frequent.
Boys?
Overdrink. A little.
Like you partied with.
No,
I'm sorry to.
I have.
Okay, we don't need a... Oh, could that have been a part of the reason they hanged him? Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy.
I hope not.
A pause.
Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know.
Another pause.
It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changed balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs. Dang it. Okay, no, it was with the bullet.
You mean?
Let's
I'm
try the
confused.
logic.
So am I.
Things are starting
Check.
to go.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night? Okay. Since we put our hat on. Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Okay.
How about we, you know...
I guess there's nothing else to do here. Let's go back in this way. Let's take a look in her room in case we can find evidence or anything like that. The bed has been hastily made. What's this? This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. The light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Run your finger across the surface of the glass. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges, but the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans closer to inspect the surface. This window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
He adjusts his glasses. Interesting. Yeah, our visual calculus is really low. I guess we can't really determine anything from that. There's nothing else, right? Okay, I guess we can just go downstairs. Let's see what's in here. You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there. This is our bathroom. This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills haphazardly stacked one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. Look at the toothbrush. It's been used quite a lot. But not for scrubbing blood off tiles or anything else interesting, it seems. It's clean of chemical odors too. Just some dried toothpaste on the handle. Look at the medications. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet, and pill bottles next to pill bottle. Acetic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners. There's quite a collection here.
Anything of note?
Yes, in a lowered voice. Search the bottles. Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Pill sheets. Among the foreign Polymessian, Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. Is there something more interesting in there? 6. A bright orange bottle with peptides stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. This is the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat, just holding that little plastic container. Take it in secret, interfacing. What's so exciting about this orange bottle? It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders, but what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed. Interfacing. 97, right? Silently, the bottle slides into your palm, and then, as you turn, into your pocket. Ooh, Saint Baptiste peptide. Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now. Let's see. Someone has lost a bottle, but who cares? Well, I guess, we had a bunch anyways. We also have this. We have lots of speed. We have 20 doses of speed. Piles of dirty clothes, a woman's. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she had an extended stay. Can you imagine making enough money to stay at a hotel for like a month? That's a lot of money. Okay, we have lots and lots of people to talk to. Let's talk to Gart first, at least.
Hey, was there something you needed?
I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Gart, what if I told you I got to the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well,
He controls his
I
excitement
did
well.
hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really, really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door. Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Skeletons, a mausoleum of the dead. Nothing. A black gaping maw at the end of time.
There is no gaping maw. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. That's okay.
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ah, I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it.
He repeats.
Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He begins to be making a calculation in his head, thinking of turning this place into a pinball arcade. If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. I'm a disruptor. Beat your chest. Thinking of turning this place into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options,
He
seeing
scowls.
as you've opened the door back there. Well, the machine we have in the corner now is broken.
Oh.
It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers. He's adding a must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the Doom commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things. There's people on the wall.
What wall?
He's startled. Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Claudia's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face. What a shame to fix such a good people. Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests? Couldn't you keep the people there? Couldn't you keep the hole there? What if there are some hotties listing in that room? Wink. Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
Claudia nicked the phone line.
Why?
He stops himself.
No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
He really doesn't like it being Claudia. Yeah, I bet you didn't want it to be here. Well, anyway. Mystery solved. I don't like loose ends. You have Lena. Lena's a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else?
I guess we didn't really need to say that. I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the Whirling is part of the Doom commercial area.
What?
He looks mildly
Why would
startled.
you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the Doom commercial area and its address. He's thought about this. Wait, so you know of the curse? The Whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and it wouldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
Hold on, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline? Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. It's only a matter of time before the Whirling fails too. Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade which failed. Though perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area?
Makes a sweeping
This
gesture.
pre-revolutionary tile work, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
He steadies his voice. He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him. You really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah.
He sighs.
It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way. Especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Aha, so you finally admit it. You shouldn't be so worried about that label, you know.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
And who named it Whirling Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
The song.
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're
He
whirling
quotes.
in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Lieutenant nods. Yeah, I like the name. What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them?
He
One is
shrugs.
a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him. And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Well, too bad it's all doomed then. Well, good luck to you with this place then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
He looks to where the hidden room is.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up? Yes?
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Kim Kitsuragi. Kim Kitsuragi. Volition. Oh, that must have been the
Yes?
check we passed. Or we were, it was earlier, but we didn't get to do it because I was a dummy and I didn't click on it. Okie doke. Interestingly, I'm surprised at how much morale we have. Okay. Let's check our list. Okay, so we got to talk to the Hardy Boys. Then we can talk to Class A later. We got to talk to Plaisance and the Dice Maker now that Kim is here. Let's see. Is there anything else interesting here that we want to check? Cargo container door we can try again, since we have rhetoric. Backyard wall conceptualization. Okay, that's the only interesting thing here. The cargo container door and the backyard wall. Alright, let's talk to them.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Class A says she wasn't raped.
Fuck!
The big man's
I knew
eyes
that
and veins
fucking
bulge.
whore couldn't be trusted.
If he had a nerve, Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record,
She steps in forcefully.
Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz.
He turns back to you.
He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience.
She's shutting down.
She's shutting down.
Oh, sorry.
And she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
The rat-faced man says carefully. Crazy? What are you talking about? She was very lucid.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
The lieutenant's voice is beginning to betray his agitation.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
He says through clenched teeth. His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her.
Something breaks in him.
I am gonna fucking...
He takes a step closer and says, "Hit you, duck!"
Titus Hardy!
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot. Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody. Gosh dang, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
The room is so quiet you can hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet too. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
The tattooed man snaps his fingers to get your attention.
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
He turns to Titus, who's still breathing heavily.
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
He slams an audio tape on the table. This is our last play, this tape. The story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't really need to. Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence.
His eye twitches.
The fuck are you a cop for then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
So what's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why once you listen to it.
A door gun is a gun mounted to the door of a transport airship. They have a habit of mowing down civilians, farmers mostly. Where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
So you bugged them, how?
We have machines.
He nods.
We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications.
He takes a little
How
note.
long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced.
The heavy man wheezes.
You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
The lieutenant whispers.
Where can I listen to this?
He mocks you.
Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
His voice echoes like thunder in a small room.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
He repeats calmly in a hushed voice. Your room had one, or maybe it's too broken. Alright, that's
Don't
enough for
forget
now.
your tape, lawman.
Pushes a little tape
Compliments
towards
of
you
Titus Hardy.
with his giant hand. Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Well, he says, adjusting to his belt buckle.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, that's it. You do that, lawman. Alrighty. Door Gunner Megamix. Hardy gave you a recording where the hangman supposedly testifies to his intent to rape and pillage. Have a listen on the playback device, either in your room or find one from a pawn shop. Oh. Let's see if we can interact with it, I guess. A magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy is supposedly holds a recording to the Mercenary Task Force radio communications recorded via a decryption station. Not a good omen. Requires a boombox to play. Oh. A boombox. Where are we gonna get a boombox? Well, we can check in a room. Ours might be trash, but at least won't hurt to look. La 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 la. Stereo 8 player. The compact tape player is still silent. It seems it has completely broken down now. There's no fixing this one.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix.
He
But
stares.
it isn't anymore.
He stares at the tape player. Yeah, any ideas?
My kinema only comes with radio.
He ponders.
Let's try to find a new tape player. Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
That's very true. That's what I was thinking. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I want to take a look at my thoughts. See, how far we are going on those. Oh, Motorway South is almost done. That's exciting. We don't have any more skill points, right? Yeah. Oh, one more experience, though. Then we can start a new thought if we want. Oh, I guess we could start it right now, right? Let's try finger pistols. It's only an hour. So we can take that on. I forgot internalizing doesn't take any skill points.